Hey guys, welcome back to Primetime Sports. Today we will be breaking down the Cheribundi Boca Raton Bowl. I'm going to be previewing and predicting it. And today we will be going and talking about the 10-2 SMU Mustangs out of the AAC and the 10-3 Florida Atlantic Owls. So
the AAC? No, Conference USA.
Conference USA, yeah. So
let's hope. Continue. Or shall I go? Because we've got two pretty notable people.
Yeah, go.
In this game.
You can
You
start
off with the coaching on Florida Atlantic. Lane Kiffin, obviously.
He's gone.
Is he going to coach?
No, he's not coaching.
He's not going to coach, but it's
The
still an important
DC
guy.
Glenn Spencer will
And
be
on the other
stepping in.
side, Shane
And also,
Buechele.
I believe they hired Willie Taggart.
They might have. I
They
don't
did.
know. We're not here to talk about that because
Yeah,
he's not going to be coaching the game. But Shane Buechele on SMU, he's
Former
leading
Texas.
leading an offense former Texas quarterback.
Yeah.
Got beat out by Sam Ellinger. But he transferred, throwing for 3,000
His name's
yards
Sam
on the year.
too?
Shane.
Oh, Shane. Never mind.
33 touchdowns. Leads his offense, 43 points per game. And that's not only behind Shane Buechele, also behind running back Jones. 12,000 yards on the year and 21 touchdowns. So look for those two to be a nice little 1-2 punch in the offense.
Yeah. I will say both teams are very similar in terms of proportion offense to defense. They both they score about a touchdown and a half more than they give up. It's just SMU's offense is way more prolific than Florida Atlantic. Now, you did say that about Lane Kiffin. The other thing I want to say is that, so will you say Florida Atlantic is motivated for that game?
I honestly don't know. I don't know how a team feels after they lose.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I think SMU will be more motivated regardless because they can make history. I will say, you can talk about that if you want. I will say that SMU is, the last time they had an 11-win season was in the 80s. So this is a chance to get to 11-2 and have their best season in years and years. So, oh my God. Key players for both teams, maybe?
Obviously Shane Buechele on the SMU side. For Florida Atlantic, they got one of the best tight ends in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Bryant is his name, I believe.
Harrison
Bryant. 6 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdown passes. He will definitely be going earlier in the draft this year. He reminds me a bit of a Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, that's a good comparison. I will say on the other side of the ball, the SMU defense will have an edge against the Florida Atlantic offense. SMU's defense actually leads the nation in sacks. They're up there in tackles for loss, and Florida Atlantic is actually one of the not-so-great teams at preventing tackles in the backfield or QB hits. So SMU will dial up the pressure. They will get to the quarterback. And combine that with SMU's offense, and the coaching change. Bowl season can get wacky, so don't be surprised if Florida Atlantic keeps this game close or wins, but all the signs point to SMU.
And I think it's going to be a shootout in the making.
That's a good call.
Because this is the only matchup of bowl games outside of the playoff with top 20 offenses. So you're definitely going to see
You know
points.
what is interesting, though? And when I said SMU leads the nation in sacks, the Florida Atlantic defense, while not being insane, they actually lead the nation in takeaways. So if you can,
something to look at.
If you can somehow, I know this SMU offense is incredible and very prolific, but if you can get Shane Buechele, he's bougie, all right? He's bougie. If you can get him to, kind of press a little bit, the Florida Atlantic defense is very opportunistic. They won 10 games that way. And finally, Florida Atlantic run defense, because you know that Shane, old boy, will put up his numbers, so Florida Atlantic's run defense has to be on point.
SMU was, I think, going back to motivation, I think SMU will actually be very motivated.
Interesting.
2 reasons.
Well, the 11-win season.
11-win season will be the third time they've gone over 10.
Yeah.
First time since 1985. And plus, you could say they were 1 game away from going to a New Year's 6. If they knock off Michigan back in early November, Memphis in early November, they could have found their way.
Those are 2 ranked teams that are in the AAC.
Yeah, they could have found their way to.
So unfortunate for them,
to
but
New Year's 6.
Well, that could also work against them. That they're
as it was Georgia last year, but I don't really believe Georgia wasn't motivated. I think that's more of an excuse.
Interesting. We'll talk about that later.
That's besides the point.
Georgia
Make sure to
Baylor.
catch up Georgia.
Yeah.
Baylor,
Well, I'm going to go with SMU.
I'm going to go 2,
And
but
for all
I
the
think it's
reasons
going
I
to be
said.
like a
So if
30.
you skip to the prediction, go back and watch.
I think it's going to be like a 45.
Well, yeah, SMU will put up points, but
45-35 game.
watch Florida Atlantic win in a low-scoring battle. That's how bowl season works anyway. Anyway, we
Bowl
both got
copyrighted
SMU.
here. You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. See ya.
See you later.
That's